Climate change is the greatest environmental challenge facing the world today. Rise in temperature around the world is now an undisputed reality. Shifting seasonal characteristics have already alarmed scientists and general public alike, indicating climate change. The main human influence on global climate is likely to be emission of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and others. The Himalayas are the global treasure. The lofty Himalayas, which inspired civilizations, are now themselves facing the perils of climate change. Due to global warming, melting of the glaciers and formation of glacier lakes are increasing in this region. A local resident shares his experience as a glacier disappeared in front of his eyes within a period of 30 years.
यो फेजलाप्ची हिमालबाट चाहिँ नि बनेको एउटा ग्लेसियर चाहिँ नि रेन्जो पासको मुखमा थियो। 2 किलोमिटर लम्बाइमा र चौडाइ चाहिँ 500 मिटरको चाहिँ नि त्यो ग्लेसियर पूर्ण रूपमा हराएर गयो 30 वर्षको बीचमा। हुन्छ अब यो जलवायु परिवर्तनको कारणले गर्दाखेरि तपाईको जसरी एउटा हाम्रो आँखा अगाडिको सानो ग्लेसियर हराएर गएको छ, अरु विभिन्न ग्लेसियरहरू हराएर गएका होलान्, टालेहरू सुकेका होलान्।
Snow and glacier are the principal sources of fresh water for both upstream and downstream dwellers. The Himalayan region is the source of the 9 largest rivers in Asia. The basins of these rivers are home to over 1.3 billion people.
आजभन्दा 10-12 वर्ष अगाडि हामीले यही माथिबाट चाहिँ हिउँ हेर्न पाउँथ्यौं। अब यस्तो हिउँ पहिरोहरू आउँदै आउँथ्यो। आज यस्तो एकदम तापक्रम बढेको भएर सबै हिउँहरू तल झरिएको छ, हिउँ नाङ्गो डाँडा बसिएको छ। कहिले पानी पर्दैन, परेपछि वातवातै पानी परेर चाहिँ अति नै प्रभाव पारेको चाहिँ मैले देख्दछु।
Though poverty and resource degradation issues were already serious in the Himalayan region, climate change has further accelerated the seriousness of this region. Several recent scientific reports have shown that the temperature is rising in upper reaches of Himalayas at an alarming rate of 0.06 degrees Celsius each year, which is higher than the global average. This puts the already fragile mountain ecosystem and its marginalized communities at a greater risk. The impact of global warming on the Himalayas is not localized. It spreads far and wide, up to the sea and coastal region, affecting a vast number of ecosystems and millions of people. Although contribution of the people living in the Himalayan region to global warming is negligible, they are the early victims of its effect. There are several implications of climate change, like severe drought, flash floods caused by high-intensity rainfalls, landslides, and debris flow. This has deluged rice fields that are food baskets for billions of people. Similarly, the zonal vegetation belts and tree lines vary with altitudes and are likely to shift upwards with global warming. This has put several floral and faunal species at the risk of extinction. It has been recorded that the flowering and fruiting cycles of some of the plants have been changed.
पहिला एकदम स्याउ राम्रो हुन्थ्यो। अहिले अब क्लाइमेट चेन्जले स्याउ यहाँ धेरै त्यति राम्रो छैन। कृषिमा चाहिँ कस्तो भन्छ भने अन्नबाली छिटो पाक्ने क्लाइमेट चेन्जको असर नै हुन सक्छ मेरो विचारमा।
Moreover, massive spread of invasive alien species and several diseases have caused serious threats to the indigenous biodiversity. Climate change has impacts in all the sectors like agriculture, forests, human health, tourism, growing food insecurity, poverty, people's livelihoods, and above all, the entire economy. The developing countries and the marginalized communities who have limited assets and a greater dependence on climate-sensitive resources for their livelihoods will be the primary victims of climate change-induced impacts. We do not have adequate information, knowledge, and resources to mitigate their impacts. Nor do the people know why the climate system has turned dysfunctional. This, however, does not make any difference on the plight of the people who are continuously being victimized. The government of Nepal held the historic cabinet meeting at Kalapathar at an altitude of 5,542 meters on the foothills of Mount Everest on December 4, 2009. The cabinet meeting, chaired by Right Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal Madhav Kumar Nepal, was organized to draw global attention on melting Himalayas due to climate change. It was recorded as the world's highest cabinet meeting. The meeting passed a 10-point Everest Declaration reinforcing Nepal's commitment to fight against the curses of climate change and protecting the environmental sanctity of the region. Mountainous countries have to build an alliance with a shared vision and goal on how they could play an important role in addressing the climate change-induced challenges in the entire Himalayan region. It is expected that with more efforts from all the sectors, the Himalayan issues can be brought into international debate with high priority. Let's come together to save the Himalayas from the perils of climate change.